we've got a great news lineup here that we're definitely going to bring your way. So, Max, you want to take the first story?
Absolutely. So, Tom, NVIDIA founder Jensen Huang and his wife Lori have donated $50 million to the Oregon State University, and they want to facilitate a new innovation complex. The research center should focus on artificial intelligence and material science, and the Wangs are both graduates of OSU, and a portion of the funds donated are expected to go towards building a new supercomputer on the campus. So, Tom, is this just goodwill, or is there more to the story?
So I think it's a little bit of both, actually. One of the things you'll know if you've ever worked for a major university is that they love to go back to famous and or rich graduates and be like, "Hey, we're starting this new campaign. Could you possibly donate a few a dozen $1 million to our fund? We'll put your name on something." Which I mean, Jensen Wong already actually has his name on something there at Oregon State. But I think more importantly, this has something to do with friend Greg Farrow brought this up on the Network Break podcast a while back over at packetpushers.net. When you look at Taiwan, when you look at Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, they not only have like some of the best fabs in the world, but they also have some of the best education in the world. And not just in chip building, but in a lot of other things that kind of go into building chips. Specifically, things like material science, which is one of the things that Jensen Wong is donating for. And I think that ultimately this is kind of a push by NVIDIA to globalize some of their manufacturing facilities. Because as we've seen with the economic conditions that are going on and a lot of people having hesitations about the political situation in China, they're wanting to diversify away from that, whether they're moving manufacturing to Taiwan or potentially to Vietnam or India or other places. By creating an innovation center on Oregon State's campus, which is one of the most well-known high-tech universities in the U.S. anyway, what they're effectively saying is that we want to start building out the kinds of support structures that work well to help facilitate chip manufacturing, because we're already seeing a lot of fabs that are being built here in the U.S. by companies like Intel and AMD and eventually NVIDIA. But we need those support structures that go along with them in order to be able to really ramp up manufacturing. It would be like opening a school to teach people how to build skyscrapers without teaching them how to build the steel that goes into them or how to properly plumb them or all that other stuff. You've got to have the support structures to make it make sense. And I think that's where Jensen's going. And honestly, let's be fair, the way the NVIDIA stock is going, $50 million is a drop in the bucket after the tax write-off. So good on the Wongs for making this happen. I can't wait to see kind of where it goes from there.